Hey, what is going on, Scorpios? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the 8 of Coins Tarot, Tattoo Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe. What is going on for Scorpios? What message do we have for Scorpios? All right, Scorpios. I usually don't have a card flip out when I shuffle that way, but we had one, so we'll take it. First thing I see is, I feel like this is someone that you already know, and I feel like this is someone you recently walked away from. We got that 6 of Cups and 8 of Cups. I feel like this was something that just, there was something not right. I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy with this person, a lot of in and out, a lot of feeling like they were manipulating. It's that trickster energy with the Magician in reverse. Always feeling like they were trying to outsmart you. Always feeling like they were never really there for you. Feeling like you weren't on the same page with that 7 of Pentacles. Now, I feel like this wasn't an easy decision. I feel like it was a lot of internal struggle making this decision on your end. But it's almost like you were trusting your intuition. Feeling like this person wasn't being honest with you. Feeling like there was something else going on. So I do feel like you had or are thinking about walking away from this. Now, the card that flipped out, we have the King of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like you were absolutely right. I feel like this person was trying to outsmart you. They were trying to convince you that what you were thinking was all in your head. That form of manipulation, making you think that you were overthinking. And like I said, that hot and cold, I feel like that's what really sold this. Like the 1 minute they seem like they're into it, next minute they seem like you can't find them. I feel like this person never really showed up for you. And I feel like you made the right decision, because I don't feel like they ever would have showed up for you. I don't feel like this person was willing to put in the work. We have a lot of emotional immaturity with this person. And you were right. I feel like they weren't being honest with you with that Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like it was a lot of lies. I'm not really seeing another person, but I do feel like their eyes were always open for it. I feel like they're with you based on stability, based on what you could do for them. And I feel like that's what caused all the chaos, is because you wanted this to be real, but you weren't getting a real person from this. I don't feel like they were giving you what you expected, even though you wanted it to be them. I just feel like that was just a manipulation. Sometimes people convince us that they care about us, and they convince us that they believe in us, and they believe in our connection, and they want to move forward, when all the while, that's just lies. That's just to keep you underfoot. And I feel like they were very good at that. Very good at manipulating. Very good at communicating exactly what it is that they thought you wanted to hear. But like I said, I feel like they were doing this solely based on the benefit it gave to them. You know, um, there was a hidden agenda here, and the hidden agenda is that this person didn't want. They weren't giving you love if they're capable of love at all. They weren't showing up for you. They weren't putting in the work, and I don't feel like that was ever going to change. I mean, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like this person's capable of change. And I feel like you needed something better than that. You deserve something better than that. I feel like you knew that, and that's why your intuition was telling you there's something off here. There's something not right. And like I said, whether you just walked away or are thinking about walking away, I feel like you're making the right decision. That's the thing, and sometimes we get in relationships where if the person, we want to believe that the person is telling us the truth, especially when they're good at it. They're good at lying. And I feel like this person was very good at it. And we want to nurture that type of connection. We believe, a lot of times we want to believe that everybody's on the up and up. Everybody's being good. Everybody's being truthful. But the sad reality is sometimes people aren't. And what these people are is I call them roadblocks. Because what they're doing, they're blocking your road to the person you're meant to be with. The person that will give you that respect. The person that will be honest with you. And the person that will treat you with love. This person was a roadblock. And I feel like you started to see it. I mean, I feel like it was hard to see it at first, seeing what was right in front of you with that Two of Swords, but I feel like you really started to see the true side of this person. I feel like the veil started to come down. And the mask started to wear off. And a lot of times with that hot and cold energy can sometimes be the very end of a relationship, because what happens there is you start seeing through the mask. And it's almost like if you think of someone physically wearing a mask. Now, when that mask starts to fall, say, when I say a mask, I mean more like a painted on mask, and say, it's raining or whatever situation, the mask starts to, deteriorate. And you start to see that. Now that's when that person's going to back off. They're going to go back and readjust the mask, fix it up, fix up what's missing. Because once you start to see through it, it's hard not to see it anymore. It's hard, it's one of those things, once you see it, it's hard to unsee it. And then all of a sudden, things start to be more and more clear. I feel like this person just has no idea what they want. And I feel like it's the grass is greener on the other side type person. I don't necessarily feel like there is someone else, but I feel like they're always have their eye open for someone else. But they don't even know what they want. And that's the thing with this person, is why you're not going to get what you want from this person, because they don't know what they want. Now, this person is going to try to double down. That's what I'm seeing moving forward. They're going to try to double down. They're going to chase you. They're going to try to convince you that you're wrong. And look out for the signs. The signs are they're going to try to convince you that you made a mistake. Is a gaslighting. They're going to try to convince you that what you believed was just based on your own narrative. They're going to try to blame you. All these things. And when that doesn't work, they're really going to double down, because I don't feel like this person's going to let you go easy. They don't want to be alone. So they're going to really double down. And they're going to try to convince you that they do love you. And that maybe they love you in a different way, or they have a hard time showing you. They might even give you some sad-ass sob story to try to pull on your heartstrings. But trust in yourself, you made the right decision. Like I said, sometimes just because they don't know what they want, and they don't want to be alone. I mean, this person doesn't want to lose you, but not for the reasons you would hope. And they're going to try to convince you that they can change, but I don't see that. I mean, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. I don't see any changes coming. And I feel like what this is them hitting defensive mode. You know, they don't want to be alone. So they're going to try to keep you. And they're going to try everything, you know, I just mentioned. And you can almost set a clock by it. Write it down. Write it down when they blame you. Write down when they try to convince you that you were wrong about them. Write down when they try to tell you this sob story. And I really see it happening in that order. You know, not in any particular order, but I feel like those are the ways they're going to try. Those are the attempts they're going to make. But at the end of it, I mean, and they're going to even act brokenhearted about it. They're going to act upset. And I mean, I am seeing something else. You know, I feel like last ditch effort is going to be this person is going to try to really pull on your heartstrings and try to make you feel like they can't live without you, which is total BS. You know, this person wasn't living with you, so why can't they live without you? You know, they weren't living for a relationship with you, so you know this person is a complete crutch. You know, it's that energy vampire type energy where this person is going to try to keep continuously sucking you dry, and then when you don't, you know, you don't play into it, they have nothing else to do. But like I said, it's very manipulative. I feel like they've been lying for a long time. I feel like they're good at it. So don't be offended that you didn't see it right away. You know, just be thankful you did see it. You know, it's like car salesmen. You know, it's... I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, we'll finish this with this person. We have some Leo, we have some Sagittarius, we have some Aries, some Gemini, some Aquarius, we have some Capricorn, we have some Pisces and Cancer. Car salesman. You know, I consider myself fairly intelligent. Was always a straight A student in school. You know, and I grew up with street smarts as well. So I always felt like I was a fairly intelligent person. But I went to go buy my first car. My first brand new car. I mean, obviously I had a car before that, but I went to go buy my first brand new car. And I was young. I went to the dealership and I was thinking to myself, okay, I watch all these movies. I know car salesmen are a little bit shady. I ain't gonna fall for that shit. I ended up buying a car. And the worst part about it is I knew within a week that I got had. Not severely, but I paid more than I should have. I got talked into a vehicle I wasn't planning on buying. And I thought about it, and I was like, and I felt so stupid. I felt like this person got one over on me. And I'm like, and it just made me feel really stupid. And being young and immature, I thought, I'm not going to say anything, because I'm not going to give them the gratitude of knowing that they got one over on me. Obviously, they probably knew. But yeah, it was one of those things. And like I said, I mean, I feel like I always did really good in school. I have good street smarts, but I thought I was walking in and I was getting the upper hand, and I walked in and I got taken. Some people are just good at it. Some people can sell a fridge to an Eskimo. You know what I mean? They're good at it. Lawyers, politicians, they're all good at it. Some people are just really good, you know, and, you know, when it comes to a relationship, sometimes we think we want to see the best in people, so we look for it. But sometimes when we're looking for it, it gives them a little bit more wiggle room because they're doing the opposite. So don't ever, if you ever make a mistake with a person, don't ever feel like, the less you think about it, the better, to be completely honest with you. Somebody gets you in a relationship, someone gets one over on you. I hate to be that person because Scorpios are not a person you want to piss off. But on the other hand, you just know that roadblock is you're past it. You've hurdled over that roadblock. It's in the rear view. Just keep driving. Because you're going to get to your destination. That wasn't it. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.